Hello guys, welcome to another episode of Clues, Cues and Reviews, and today we're looking at Fairy Tale 484. I'd like to apologise, it was due yesterday. I did read it yesterday, a couple of times actually, but unfortunately I was sitting out, you could say. I was looking after someone else's cat and I couldn't really do the video because unfortunately it was tearing up my room and it was sitting on my laptop half the time and it was really annoying, but hey, it's done. It was a lovely cat ball. In any case, without further ado, let's get into the review. We will not waste no time. Hopefully, let's get it done. So interesting chapter. There's a few subtle hints in there and a few little kind of details that I don't want to get into, but let's just summarize the chapter first, get that out of the way, share your thoughts as always as we do. So the key components here now. The southern is free. Bearing in mind the western, I guess, is also free to a certain degree. Areas taken care of with the takedown of Serena and the mafioso dude, because he went to the Fairy Tale Guild and August is on his way. So for the western area is taken care of. Southern area is free now. Eastern area they're still advancing to a certain degree, and the north we get to later on in this chapter, which is going to be the next focus probably for the next chapter or two. Anyway, we get to find out a little bit about everybody else, what they've been doing. Grey's okay, Juvia's okay, a few little jokes in there pretty much. We get a touching scene between Leon and Cherry, and I thought that was really nice because she made that ultimate sacrifice. It's kind of set in, and he does still say to her, look, what you gave up was for something better. And it is really a case of, you know, friendship is more important than magic, and you know, your friends are your future, your magic. Even without magic you have a future is basically the idea behind it. We find out Demia is Demia Cronesta is a much like how Brandish was, but she's crying and she says Randy. So what's the situation between her and Brandish? I don't know. Has she seen something with her ability that's important, or is there some type of connection there that we really need to look at? Ultimately that may be explored, being that Brandish is free, I guess, and they talk about it on. We get an interesting scene with Kagura kissing Erza because she gave mouth to Jalal, who's fighting the remnants of the people from the south. That was kind of interesting because she understands the situation. She felt bad for doing that. She knows Jalal's her man, and you know, she should have got up in his business doing mouth to mouth and whatnot. Anyway, so yeah, basically that's the idea about it. So she's mature enough to make that decision, understand, you know, there's lines of certain things, even though Erza probably hasn't realized this. That's basically what she was doing to kind of pay her back. It was like a scene from Jeremy Kyle or Jerry Springer, I guess, in the US. Anyway, that's pretty much the first of it. Then we move on to the whole situation at the guild, because what they basically say, and it's a good setup for it, they go, we need to get back to the guild. We need to make sure they're okay. They get there and basically Brandish is like, basically, don't fuck with August or Eileen. The only people that can basically fight each other are them two. I don't know anything about Eileen, but Brandish is saying, because I've known August for a while, I can hopefully negotiate with him. And basically not a lot of people are believing in her, saying, you know, she's a traitor, she'll run away, she'll do something. However, Lucy believes in them, which is important because their mothers were friends, they will be friends, and it's interesting. It's important for the relationship moving forward for her to believe in her now, because that's going to be something that can be brought up later on to build those bridges, the building blocks to make a lasting relationship or friendship is there. So that's the idea behind that, I guess. What I liked about it and what made me think a bit about One Piece is the way they described August as a calamity. So I can imagine, with the idea of him knowing so many different magics, that he basically is very destructive. At the same time, it's quite possible that he might know a magic to do with END. That'd be interesting, right? Also, he may know magics that could augment Slayer, Dragon Slayer, them type of magics, mean that he's a know of old magics as well. Apparently, he's a master of magic types. So there's that. That's interesting. Eileen was referred to as Despair. So my thought process is, when I think of that, is if August is destructive, she's probably equally as powerful. But basically, the more you fight her, the more you realize you have a less less and less chance of winning, and more and more chance of dying. I guess that's where the idea of despair comes from me. And then we get to see the crazy thing that is Eileen. There's an area northern Foria, and there's a conversation about black and white angels fighting each other. The white won. That's why they've got snow. There's two followers. One's called Heine Lunacy, which is it looks like basically a ninja, I guess. And Juliet's son, who's basically a looks a bit Lucy Brandish type of character, bit ditzy, I guess. They're in her crew. Basically, they're in the north. The Fatal Squad has come. Everyone's been wiped out. You know, basically Saber with a bunch of bitches that are on the floor crying, "Oh, I'm restless," and all this other stuff. Because he's basically doing what we know he's doing. He's got his ass kicked again. Which, for the type of character he is, I'd like to see more, considering he's a guildmaster. But the idea for me, I think for him, is knowing how powerful or powerless he is in the grand scheme of things compared to these monsters will give him a target to surpass. So being that he's relatively young, bearing in mind he's a lot younger than Natsu is, there is the time to grow and be better and fulfill that potential of a dragon slayer. Potential time skip in the future, maybe, but although he gets knocked down and shitted on as a character, there's still room to improve, no different than with the other character as well. Rogue, Stinger Rogue, I'm referring to here, by the way. So basically that's out of the way. Eileen hits some magic. It looks similar to Warren's magic, I guess, because of the flowers and stuff like that. And she goes, "Bradman, Rohid, get ready." I don't know if that translation is correct, but Rohid, I guess his name is, or Rahim, whatever his name might be, they get ready to fight. The Rohid, or Rahim, or whatever his name is, his design in a way looked a lot, the shadowy design looked a lot like God Serena. Could he be Ventis? Could he be a clone? You don't know. I'm just speculating, throwing things out there. But yeah, that's basically it. And they refer to, they're saying that that team's got 3 monsters, and Gajil's like, "Well, we've got 6." I look at that and I think, really, do we have 6 monsters? I mean, you have Gajil and you do have Mira Jane, who's a monster up until the point she runs out of energy. There's only really 2. I mean, you've got Elfman, but is Elfman really a monster? And when you fought Bacchus in the magic games, everyone hated the magic games. Okay, whatever. And he was meant to be as strong as Erza, and he beat him. But realistically, does that make him such a powerful dude? We don't know. He might surprise us. But right now, I'm not holding my breath. It's also interesting to note, if you take into consideration the 3 members of the Spring 12, so Bradman, who I'm looking to fight, who I'm looking to see fight, Rahim, Eileen, and her 2 followers, that's 5, potentially versus 6, with the 6th one being the little pussycat who turns into a big ass jaguar. How that's going to work out, I don't know. Possibly double team somewhere. But we'll find out. I mean, we've got Levy, but Levy is more backup for me right now. I could be surprised. We'll have to wait and see. But it's really going to be about them fights at the moment. And interesting to know, I did not mention this earlier, Laxus is down. So if everybody else goes to fight and August turns up, he's going to be a key component potentially. Or maybe that fight turns up at the last second, kind of like the whole Grimoire Heart situation, possibly, maybe giving his lining again. And that's so it could be repetitive, but I'm just kind of thinking out loud here. Taking away from that, that's pretty much the chapter. I've covered it in 9 minutes and an introduction all in there. I'm gonna use this last 40 seconds to throw something out there. Eileen spots of black and white angels. Could this be a hint? Bearing in mind she dressed in white, that she's the black angel, and Erza is the white angel counterpart. Just a thought. What do you think? Anyway, that's to get the cogs going. That's to get the thoughts brewing. Share your thoughts in the comment section below. If you agree with what I said, let me know. Give me a thumbs up if you enjoyed the review and the chapter. Also, if what I'm saying to you, I'm throwing out there, gets another theory going, it could be completely different, but it gets you to think about something. Let me know in the comment section below. I like the communication, I like the speculation. Let's build a community here. If you haven't already, please subscribe. I really appreciate that. I'll see you next time. Peace.